As you guys know, the 2012 draft lottery order was released yesterday. In this video, I'm going to be telling you guys which player I think should be chosen at each position. I'm going to have all my projections and the draft order in the description of this video, but here are the players I think should be chosen at each position. First overall, the New Orleans Hornets are going to select Anthony Davis, the freshman from Kentucky, with their first overall pick. The selection will add a huge defensive presence to their roster, along with Emeka Okafor up front. It may also be enough star power to retain Eric Gordon in the offseason. With the second overall pick, the Charlotte Bobcats are going to select Michael Kidd-Gilchrest, another player from Kentucky. This guy's potential is way too much to pass on, and arguably you could say that any part of the Charlotte Bobcats roster could be improved. However, I don't think picking a point guard or shooting guard would be the best, because they've already invested enough in DJ Augustine, Kemba Walker, and Gerald Henderson. Also, I believe defensive bigman Bismack Biyombo is going to blossom into at least a good player, maybe a good shot blocker at best. At number 3, the Washington Wizards are going to select Thomas Robinson, the power forward. This will give them a huge front line with Nene and Thomas Robinson for years to come. Paired up with John Wall should be a nice combo for feeding them both the ball. Also, drafting a small forward at this position wouldn't help them, as they've already invested 2 small forward draftings in last year's draft. At number 4, the Cleveland Cavaliers will most likely select Harrison Barnes from North Carolina. One could easily say Bradley Beal would be a good selection, however I just don't see that backcourt working out and leading them into higher standings in the coming years. Another argument about Beal is that he's a little bit undersized, and already with Tristan Thompson undersized, they really couldn't afford that much defensive loss. I think the smooth game that Harrison Barnes possesses will complement Kyrie Irving well, and the rest of the role players and in their rebuilding stage in Cleveland. With the 5th pick, the Sacramento Kings are going to select Perry Jones III. There's a difficult situation in Sacramento right now where they have a starting point guard in Isaiah Thomas, 2 shooting guards that they're trying to play one at small forward with Tyreke Evans and Marcus Thornton. I think mixing up the chemistry and just trying some new things with Perry Jones, maybe even adding him to either power forward or small forward, would be a good mix-up for a team that likely won't be in Sacramento by the end of the season anyway. At number 6, Portland is going to get a steal at this far in the draft and select Bradley Beal. The guy's a great shooter, and with Raymond Felton most likely leaving in the offseason, there's going to be a huge backcourt reformation in Portland in the coming years. It's most likely that they'll try and find a point guard in free agency this summer. At number 7, Golden State is going to select Andre Drummond. With no true small forwards left, this is probably the easiest pick to choose, as when Andrew Bogut gets injured, a front line of David Lee and Andre Drummond will probably do some good favors for the fans of Golden State. With the 8th pick, the Toronto Raptors should select Austin Rivers. This will add some star power to an otherwise lesser market city, arguably. As well, with Jared Bayless possibly leaving in the offseason, Austin Rivers' addition would add a nice little depth to both the 1 and the 2 slot for the Toronto Raptors next season. With the 9th pick, the Detroit Pistons should select Terrence Jones from Kentucky. The guy never really had a chance to show his potential at Kentucky because of all the freshmen and good players that were around him. I think in the NBA he could blossom into a Lamar Odom or just a strong or undersized power forward that could handle the ball sometimes. With the 10th overall pick, I think New Orleans will select Jeremy Lamb. Jeremy Lamb can blossom into a great 6-man along with Jarrett Jack and most likely the retained Eric Gordon with all the star power added this offseason. As well, along with the huge defensive presence of Anthony Davis and Emeka Okafor, they could possibly go small and have Jarrett Jack at the 1 and then split the time between Eric Gordon and Jeremy Lamb at the 2 and 3. With both LaMarcus Aldridge and fellow rookie Bradley Beal needing to score, this selection will help Portland a lot with having a nice, solid, traditional point guard. It may also solve their problem of trying to find a point guard in free agency. With the 12th overall pick, the Milwaukee Bucks will select Meyers Leonard. The athletic 7-footer has a lot of potential, especially in shot blocking, and will work nicely to be able to run the floor with Monte Ellis and Brandon Jennings. He'll also try and fill the void left with Andrew Bogut's departure for the trade with Monte Ellis. With the 13th overall pick, the Phoenix Suns are going to get a steal and select Jared Sullinger. Sullinger and Gortat would provide a nice lineup for the Phoenix Suns with rebounding and toughness inside. It also added great reason for us to return in the offseason. Finally, with the 14th overall pick, the Houston Rockets will finally get the big man they've wanted. They'll select Tyler Zeller, a proven big man, and try and fill their need at that position. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe for more basketball related videos. Follow up my Twitter and tweet me. I'll reply to every tweet. It's at CLCox on Twitter. The link will be in the description. As well, all of my listings of everything I've said in this video regarding who will get drafted and the draft positions are in the description below. So make sure to read that. Thanks for watching.